everybody watching online. This is KE0EJS, Jason. I am in Storm Lake, Iowa. This is the District 3 and BB County, Iowa ARESnet for Wednesday, March 27th, 2019, and we will begin in approximately 3 or 4 minutes. I will be back with you shortly. All right, should be going live here momentarily. Make sure I can hear you, Peter. All right, folks, we have about a minute to the net. 30 seconds. Oh, pardon me. Is this frequency in use? This is KE0EJS. This is KE0EJS. I will be your net control for the Iowa District 3 and BB County ARESnet. Before we begin, is there any emergency or priority traffic? If so, please call KE0EJS now. Good evening, everyone. This is Jason, KE0EJS, and I thank you for tuning into the Iowa District 3 and Beatty County ARES net. This will be a directed net. Please do not transmit until invited to do so by net control. This is Jason, KE0EJS, net control. As usual, we will do a round of check-ins, and I will give a few announcements, and then we'll open up for comments or questions for the net. Here in the next couple of weeks, we will be adding a round. I will probably circulate around and ask questions, get some info from everybody, either weather or otherwise. But for tonight, we'll just do comments and questions like we have been, and we will take check-ins alphabetically by call sign suffix, Alpha through Golf, Hotel through November, and finally Oscar through Zulu. When checking in, please give your call sign, name, location, and if you have any comments or traffic for the net. This is Jason, KE0EJS, Net Control. Please stand by. For everybody watching online, I am reading a script. This is KE0EJS Net Control. I will now take check-ins starting with call sign suffix Alpha through Golf. Alpha through Golf, please call now. Somebody try and check in, but I didn't hear any audio. Let's give it a second. I heard somebody key the repeater, but I did not get any audio on my end. I don't know whether it's my end or something else. So want to try her one more time? Yeah, I got no audio that time either. Let's move on just to, we'll come back to whoever's trying to check in. Maybe they can get audio figured out and get back with us here. Anyway, let's just move on to our next group here. Hotel through November. Hotel through November, please call now. If anybody's wondering what I'm doing and online and can see it in the camera, I'm reaching up. I've got a second radio that I'm switching channels on to see if I can hear something in case it's my end. A separate antenna, feed line, etc. And I could hear myself come through. So, all right, nothing heard there. Let's open her up. Let's take check-ins. Oscar through Zulu. Oscar through Zulu. I got Jerry okay, so.
Zero SAS added, bring it, no traffic.
acknowledge WA0UZI and KE0SIS. Any other stations? Let's just open her wide open. Any stations, Alpha through Golf, call KE0UJS now.
Yeah, you hear me now there, Jason? WA0CW, Ida Grove. Kilo Echo 0, Charlie Bravo Victor, John Fort Dodge.
All right. Yeah, I do hear you that time. Perfect copy on you on that one, Scott. WA0CW, I got you. KE0CBV, I've got you down. Let's take another round just to make sure we got everybody in the list. Anybody out there? Alpha through Zulu. Alpha through Zulu, please call now. All right, we'll call that the list, I guess, and we'll check around after announcements here. Hopefully, I don't get drowned out by the sounds of the traffic going by here in a minute. First and foremost, obviously everybody today should have heard the tornado sirens go off. So hopefully that worked for everybody. I know there was a few reports that I heard that where there's some significant flooding that maybe they didn't run the sirens outside to panic people. But otherwise it sounded like things worked. And if you got a weather radio, hopefully they went off. If not, make sure it's enabled, on, batteries in it, plugged in, all that good stuff. Beyond that, as a reminder, Jim KB0 TLC's funeral will be Friday at 3:30. John, I got it right this time, I believe. It is this Friday coming up. Let's see. Beyond that, we have, I will have, I believe, if everybody has no opposition, I am going to get on the repeater Friday night, maybe 7 or 8 o'clock. I will announce that ahead of time, and we will hold a quick silent key ceremony for Jim for after his funeral that evening. And beyond that, on a hopefully brighter note, we will have coffee on Saturday. I should be there between 1:30 and 2, and I have no cutoff for the end, so as long as there's people willing to hang out, I will be there. So if you're running late, shoot me a message, and I will, just to make sure I'm still around. Other than that, let me double check my notes here. I'll be right back with you. I think that's it for now. I believe next week we will have a few more things. I am going to try and run a DMR net on Thursday nights, probably starting next week, but to be determined. I'm just double checking a couple of schedules here yet, so I don't want to commit to that and find out that I can't run it for half the time. So other than that, I will open her up for the group. Any comments or questions for the net? Call KE0UJS now.
KE0CBV comment.
KE0CBV, go ahead.
Well, I just wanted to make a comment. Every time I see one of your Facebook postings, I get real hungry. That looks like a heck of a machine there.
I tell you what, I think there was only one day this week that I haven't cooked on it, and I think unless it's raining out, I will be outside cooking on that griddle all summer long. And so far, everything we've made comes out just absolutely fantastic, and I have been absolutely shocked at how easy it is to maintain so far. So I'll see if I'll be saying that at the end of the year after having a piece of steel sitting out behind the house. So, but there is a cover on it, so hopefully that keeps it from too many of the elements anyway.
All right, Jason. Well, I'll say 73s, and YL and I are planning on heading over to the funeral, so hopefully we'll see you there. K0CBV.
K0CBV, K0EJS. Yeah, we will see you on Friday, so have a safe trip over. Should be, obviously for you, you'll be able to just hop on 20, I'm assuming, and just jet right over. So, all right, any other comments or questions for the net? Call now. All right, nothing heard, folks. So we will close the net for the evening. And, well, let me, just in case, are there any other late check-ins lurking before I wrap things up? Call now. All right. Well, now we will put a pin in her. So I will close the ARES net now, and thank everybody for taking a couple of minutes out of their evening to come check in and listen to me ramble on the air for a bit. This net meets every Wednesday evening at 7 p.m. Central Time, and thank everybody again for checking in. This is KE0EJS Net Control 73.
WA0EZI. He's still listening there, Jerry. WA0CW. Yeah, hi, Scott. WA0UZI.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know why I didn't have any audio there. Jason said, I'm going to test something here. Would you listen for a moment? Yeah. Well, you weren't getting into the repeater. It was just kerchunking, but, yeah, go ahead.
All right, folks that are still hanging out online, had to chase a cat off here real quick. Thanks, everybody, for following me, and we will catch you next time, I guess.